AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Y'all know what this is.
Knicks Rehab.
Knicks Rehab, y'all.
Karl Anthony Towns, Cat, got Tom Thibodeau fired. I'm going to say it again. Karl Anthony Towns single-handedly got Tom Thibodeau fired. Let me break it down. Have y'all noticed throughout the season, even in the playoffs, how many times have we been on here in group chats talking about why is Cat out the game? Why you took Cat out the game? There was reports that, of course, I know when a team loses, all the reports come out. All the shadiness and the shystiness comes out. So, of course, you hear rumors that some of the players didn't like, playing for Tom Thibodeau. But then there was one player who went straight to Dolan, who was talking to Dolan behind Tom Thibodeau's back, saying, I don't know if I could play for this guy if he returns as the Knicks head coach. We know it wasn't Brunson. That's his guy. Josh Hart, OG, Mikal Bridges does not have enough cachet to get anyone fired. They're not big enough stars. They don't make enough money. That's just a fact. Stars and superstars run this league. So who's the one player that has enough cachet, that makes enough money to where he can tell James Dolan, listen, I don't know if I can play here if Tom Thibodeau returns as the head coach. Now let's dig deeper. How many times have we seen Tom Thibodeau sit Cat in pivotal moments in games? Y'all got to remember, they little beef stem from Minnesota. Y'all got to remember, James Dolan is back against the wall. I'm paying this guy $60 million. How can I not have him return? Now we know Cat, in his mind, is a superstar. #1 overall draft pick, multiple all-star. They say he complains, why am I being bitch? Or why am I not playing this or doing this? I'm getting paid $60 million. I'm the man. This is why I've been telling y'all, we have to figure out who are we going to build around. Now, this is what I really figured out. The game that Jalen Brunson fouled out and Cat went crazy against Boston, y'all remember that game?
Yes.
Do y'all remember Jalen Brunson's body language on the sideline as his team was winning and won the game? His body language was terrible. Didn't smile, didn't celebrate, didn't look happy. Why are you not happy? Have you known all along Cat is going behind your back like a bitch to the owner? Then there was a video of when they was walking through the tunnel. After the game, Cat went to try to show JB love. JB ain't extend his hand. My theory, nobody likes Cat. And then the icing on the cake, everybody know OG, the coolest person, like the side of a pillow. Curses Cat ass out on the sideline. My opinion, Thibs' job was secure. All this time, Cat comes. Tom Thibodeau was fired. Karl Anthony Towns got Tom Thibodeau fired. That is a fact. And when it comes out, I want y'all to show AllBall TV some love, because eventually it should be coming out, because it's common sense. Thibodeau didn't like Cat, didn't like him in Minnesota. Now remember, Tom Thibodeau is a defensive-minded head coach. How many times could you not play Cat? But you have to play him because he's making the money and he's one of the stars on the team. Fleet, the floor is yours. Your thoughts. My opinion. Karl Anthony Towns went to James Dolan because James Dolan stood out of everything until this firing, which they said this was all Dolan. Had nothing to do with the front office. Karl Anthony Towns, the star player of the team, getting paid all that money, didn't want to play for Tom Thibodeau, and he got canned. To me, the cat's out the bag. This has Cat written all over it. Am I crazy? Or am I making some type of sense?
I mean, even if you are making sense, you wanted them going anyway. So wherever we find blame to put on who got him out the door faster, who kicked his ass out faster, I guess it's cool. But if that is the case, if we're gonna entertain this, we got bigger problems then. We got internal turmoil. If we're talking about figuring out who we're gonna build against, then we got way bigger problems than firing some coach, if that's the case. Right? If Cat has the cachet to get traded into the team first year here, and he has the cachet to say, Dolan, I can't play for this guy anymore, we have bigger problems. We got way bigger problems if Cat's voice is that strong in the organization. Which for me, I don't really honestly believe. If Brunson is the guy, if Brunson is who this whole trajectory towards the championship has started, then Brunson is the guy that should have the last say so in who goes and who stays. At the end of the day, Thibs is gone. If Cat is the catalyst, then Cat got to show and prove next season. Because if it does come out that he's the guy.
Stay right there. Hold on real quick. Because you said something before that point. You said we have bigger problems. If this is true, right? Because I for me now, Fleet, I see why there's no chemistry between Brunson and Cat. Brunson don't like Cat. Thibs is his guy. Maybe they've known this all along that Cat and Thibs don't get along. Fleet, if there is a bigger problem, do we get rid of Cat now?
I mean, if we're working with the theory that the guy asked the coach to get rid of the coach, why would you trade him now? You did what you asked. You did what he asked you to do. If you're gonna bring in now a coach where he has some say so, if he had say so to get rid of the coach, he's gonna have some say so to walk the next guy in. If he has some say so to walk the next guy in, you're gonna have to give him a season to show and prove that we can make it to the finals. This finals a bust next year. It don't fucking matter. I don't care who you walk through the door. And I know Fabian is the one that says we're gonna judge the coach based on whoever the coach is. But if we're not elevating from where we was this year, then there's really no point in blowing up the team, getting rid of the coach, all that type of shit. We should be going up. And all I'm saying, if Cat has the cachet to say Thibs ain't the guy, Cat has a lot of showing and proving to do next year. A lot.
Well, I'm just not the one for hyperbole when it comes to what to expect. Like, I'll get hyped. Last year, like I said, I was getting hyped because I thought we had a good team. It was 1 through 8. We had a balance. But once we got Cat, I wasn't expecting much. Now, the reason this thing is weird because after the series ended, they said Thibs' job was okay. Then there was an article that dropped 5 minutes after the Knicks lost. It wasn't like they waited the next day. And I know it's the internet era where you don't wait for the New York Post the next morning and you see the front page. They know all the Knicks fans were up at that time looking for something to read online and to complain about and go crazy about, and that athletic article's gonna come up. And I just so happen to have that athletic article on deck, and it just so happens to read behind the scenes, they and coaches, which is the teammates and coaches, express frustration with Towns' defensive habits, less concerned with his talent level, and more with his process on that end. Too often, Towns executed incorrect coverages without communicating why he did it. After it became a theme, players worried Towns didn't grasp the importance of the matter.
Fabian, let me ask you a quick question. I know you about to. I want you to talk on this, but if you're sitting amongst legends, if you're sitting amongst champions, you're sitting amongst the best basketball show probably ever. You're on the panel with Shaquille O'Neal, Charles Barkley, Kenny Smith, and Ernie Johnson, one of the best to ever do it in his lane. They ask you a question about the stupid fouls that are a problem, that cause serious problems for us as a team. And you say, God only knows. How fucking serious are you? You sitting amongst legends. That was an opportunity. That was a golden opportunity for you to show who you really are, what you really made of, and answer that question like a fucking man. But instead, you placate to the funny shit. You placate to TV and wanting to sound cool and funny. That puts no faith. I'm just talking from my standpoint. That puts no faith in me about who you are. Like, only God knows. Stop trying to be fucking funny all the time.
So,
we in the throes of it. We trying to win a championship. That was just goofy to me. And it just goes along with this type of shit. How can we allow a goofy to get the coach out of the off the team? It's just wild to me. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a funny fall guy thing to me. Like, maybe I gotta ask AllBall, after reading that, after what we saw with him sitting with Charles and his teammates, do you think someone who's not capable of understanding his own teammates' words about what they think about defense, what they want on the defensive end, a guy like that is able to pick up his phone and call James Dolan and say, I want this guy fired?
No, I would hope not. Niggas be too unserious for me.
So, no. So, both of y'all make great points. But let me tell you why I think this happened. The Knicks haven't been good for how long, right? Now, Cat comes here, and we know he's not the sole reason, but it's the city is on fire. We in the Eastern Conference Finals. James Dolan back is against the wall. If one of your best players, who's getting $60 million a year, is threatening to leave after we just got this thing rolling, I think James Dolan jumped the gun and said, let me get it. It made it easy because of how we lost in the Pacers series. But I do think Cat, for this season, knowing how Dolan is as an owner, yes, I think Dolan got shook. Because once again, we don't want to revert, like Fleet say, back to a fucking laughing stock. We look like we're something now. Cat looks like he's a big part of that. And he's telling you, yo, I can't play for this guy if he returns as the Knicks head coach. What you gonna do? And then if you look at, because Fleet, this is where I'm going with it. I don't just think about what was going on behind the scenes, how guys was probably talking about Cat and his defense. Cat probably was hearing rumblings probably half the season. So in my opinion, the chemistry on the floor tells it all. There's no chemistry with Cat. Like y'all say, there's no picking. There's nothing there. How many times you see Cat just stand in the corner? So to me, if you put all that together, Cat looking at it like, yo, bro, listen, I can't do this like this. I think Dolan looked at it like, yo, I'm paying this guy $60 million. He's an all-star. Like I said, New York City is lit. We need this guy, the fall guy. Let me get rid of Thibs. So I do think right now, constructed, Cat had the power to do that. Is it right? I don't think it's right. But I think now this is Dolan. This is the Dolan being the Dolan that we don't like.
I can't see.
I disagree with that because they were trying to get Thibs Cat for years. That was not an over the summer thing. They were trying to go after Embiid. Like, they were trying to go after a superstar in the summertime, and they were so desperate that they were going after Joel Embiid. Let's just say, we always talk about availability being the best ability. No, it's not. Reliability is. Are you reliable? Can I depend on you? Just because you're available don't make you that much better than anybody who's not even there. You might be half-assing it, Cat, whoever. So Joel Embiid is definitely not reliable. And for them to even attempt to go after Joel Embiid sounds like Dolan also. So they wanted another superstar. He's been talking about getting Dolan another superstar. That's what Leon Rose been talking about. So yeah, this does play into that because also, if we think about it, it's not just that Cat makes $60 million. How much is he making the Knicks? That dude is a walking billboard for the New York Knicks. It's not just about him making it that he's getting 60 from James Dolan. Bro, he's going viral every day. Whether you call him zesty, call him whatever you want. I've been saying this for a long time. Draymond Green is not in the NBA because he can play basketball well. He's in the NBA because he promotes the game really well. He goes viral every single moment. They can't wait to see what's going to happen next with Draymond Green. And it looks like it's a goof. Goofy's a perfect word, Flea. Cat is goofy as hell. He's the definition of goofy. He might be the goofiest basketball superstar we ever seen in our life. But that thing works for the Knicks. And I think that brings so much attention that Dolan's like, yo, man, not for nothing, but what do you think, Karl? All right, cool. I'm going to call the players only, do a exit interview with all these players. We're not going to put the pressure on you. We're going to make it seem like we interviewed everybody. They won't know what came from you. That's all. And they got rid of Thibs because there's no way that Karl Anthony Towns can't play with Thibs. And then I'll add on top of that, it ain't just Karl Anthony Towns that want to play with Thibs. Joel Embiid, who they tried to get last year, said he ain't playing with Thibs. You think Giannis wants to play with Thibs? All the superstars that have been rumored to come here, none of them want to play with Thibs. Kevin Durant don't want to play with Thibs. So I think it's, if you're James Dolan, you're saying, I'm paying you guys X amount of money, and you guys don't want to work with this coach. All right, no problem. We're going to get a new coach, just like we got Karl Anthony Towns here, and he exposed Thibs. So we're going to get a new coach, and if y'all don't work out with that, now what? Y'all better win like Fleet. What you saying? Regardless of how I feel, James Dolan might feel how you feel. Bro, we ain't playing these games. Y'all said you wanted a new coach. Here's a new coach. Show and prove.
Or did he expose himself? Like, regardless of who the coach is, we're gonna have Cat be better on the defensive end. Regardless of who the coach is, going forward, he's gonna have to be better. So this reign. I mean, I know we're talking about, which for me, I really don't. Thibs is gone now. My complete and sole concern is who is the next guy we hiring, because I'm thirsty to know who it is so that we can go forward and start revving up for the run next year. Because at the end of the day, however they got Thibs out, at this point, for me, I don't care. I don't care. He's gone. He's gone. We can speculate who got him out, who did what. The whole team was getting tired of playing for him, apparently. That's cool. End of the day, who's the next coach we walking through the door? And what we doing going forward? We a team. We are already made team ready to win, apparently, because we was in the conference finals. So we should be thinking about how we gonna get back there next year. And if Cat is the guy that said, "Hey, I don't want to play for Thibs anymore," well, Cat, cool, we got him out of there, but you need to hold yourself accountable on who you're gonna be on the basketball court next year.
But real quick, AllBall, I think that also it says something because Mikal Bridges, everyone keeps blaming Bridges, but I'm like, the more we're talking, it's like, since when does a role player get a coach fired? Like, y'all know what this was.
Knicks Rehab.
Knicks Rehab, y'all.
And we out. AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.